All right, welcome back. Jimmy DeGate again sitting in for the Weekend Review on Bayou Time. And we're going to continue with Martin Folse having some more phone calls on Monday.
HTV, welcome to Bayou Time. You're on. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Martin?
Yes.
Hi, yes. I'm calling on about this, what I've been watching on TV, that they have problems with the Social Security and they're supposed to be holding the checks on the people.
Okay.
Are they going to be holding it back on the old people with Social Security?
Your guess is as good as mine. There's so much posturing going on in Washington. I guess we'll know that in a few days. I guess we'll know if it's a bluff either on the Democratic side or the Republican side, but time will tell. I hate to say yes or no because we don't know, first of all, what John Boehner is going to try to move through his arena, and then we don't know what the president's going to say tonight. So I'm gonna watch the president tonight, but you know what? I don't believe what I hear on either side anymore.
I can't believe that they would do that to the old people, because the old people live on that, they depend on that check for their medicines and everything. Yeah. I can't see the president doing that.
I can't either. I'm hoping that it's a scare tactic that's been put out, but you know what? Even if it's a scare tactic on either side, it's wrong to say it, because that is money that they've paid into the system for years, and it's nobody's money to do a doggone thing with, because it's not theirs to begin with. That's the people's money that put it up. That's the elderly that have paid into the system forever, and they ought to continue to get their money on a timely basis.
I agree with you, Martin Folse. And there's one other thing I needed to ask about the drainage in Homer. They're still having a lot of problems with drainage in Homer. Are they trying to fix that right now? Well,
I can't say that the drainage in Homer, in my opinion, has improved a lot over the last few years. I think, each year parish presidents increase, they're able to correct some of the problems. Do they correct all of them? No, they don't. There's still problem areas, but I don't think one administration, I've worked with 7 along the way, each one has done something to further it along. So until the whole thing is tackled, then there are going to be problems. But look what happened in Thibodeau today. Big rain, 2 to 3 inches. You got streets that flood. So drainage is always, to me, going to be a problem in South Louisiana, because in order to take care of the problem, we would need pumps that would be gigantus. And it just is not going to happen the way we can afford it. So we're going to have to deal with problems here but if people keep their catch basins clean and they clean things up, it does help things pretty much a good bit.
Okay, well, Martin, you have a good day. This is my first time talking to you. Enjoy your show. Watch it every day.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
HTV, welcome to the program. You're on. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Martin, I want to talk about the fishing.
All right, go ahead.
Friday, we went to fishing down Pointe-Chien, the Lila Jean-Charles.
Yeah.
Who got in touch with to go and fish down there? They chased us out. They said we're not supposed to be fishing. The road is beautiful. They're finished. You can park on the side of the road. You need nobody's way. And I'd like to know, who can we get in touch with to go fish down there? That's the only place that the people around here, they even have people from New Orleans fishing down there.
Who's telling you not to fish?
Well, the law passed and told us that they were going into a complaint. And by the time they come back, we better be leaving. We better be gone.
What's their reasoning for that?
I don't know. That's what I'm calling you.
That was Sheriff's Department?
The Sheriff's Department.
I'll call the Sheriff, Vernon Bourgeois. I know him well enough to call him and ask him what would be if there's some kind of... but the shoulders are big enough to park on now.
The road is wide enough, and the cars are passing 80 miles an hour, but you're on the way. And that's the only place that the people can go fish, the one that don't have no boat.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember if there's something that sticks in my head that would have been on that area. For that, Jay, does anything ring a bell to you?
I know on the
Jay,
right-hand side.
Jay's telling me the law. If you could just hang for a second, he has it right there in front of him. What is it, Jay? Okay. Okay, what's happening is that the law is still in effect that you can't fish on the shoulder, but the parish president, Michelle Claude, told our producers that they are revisiting that law because of the new conditions of the road, and they're going to try to get that lifted.
Oh, okay.
So that's good news.
You know, like I said, there are some people from New Orleans and fishing. And when like I said, the deputy passed, he said, I'm going to a complaint. And he said, y'all better make sure y'all be gone by the time I come back.
That's tough.
And I told the wife, I said, just pick up the rod and let's go home.
Yeah, go pick up drug dealers, not people catching redfish.
And what other place we can go? You know, if you don't have a boat, what you going to do?
No, I agree. I mean, look, if law enforcement is enforcing the law, I'm all for that. But I do commend the parish president if he's trying to change that law because they have better circumstances. I say give it a reasonable amount of time. Let him make those changes. Let it go through council. Then they make it, and everybody's good to go.
Well, I don't know if you went down to L.A. living, but man, I tell you what, they done a beautiful job.
They did. They raised it quite a bit, and it should be good to go for everybody.
They got people from all over the place coming down there.
Yeah.
You know, just like today, I went to Grand Isle, I went to Folse. There are some people from all the way from Ohio. You know, and they say, "Oh man, y'all got a beautiful place over here to fish."
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's hope it all works out.
And I hope they can open up on us again.
Well, no, I know, but
for the people.
From what we hear, he's working on it, so give him a chance, all right?
Okay, Martin.
All right, thank you.
Take care, man.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
HTV, welcome to the program tonight. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Martin.
How you doing tonight?
I'd like to ask a question.
Go ahead.
This law concerning bath salts, I thought it was all over with.
Well, it was on July 15th, but what happened was that the manufacturers of these bath salts and the synthetic marijuanas changed the formula so that it doesn't fall within the unlawful guidelines, and this is what I'm being told, and put it back on the shelf because there's not a broader definition of the law, so they're fitting it in, and they've tweaked a couple of, you know, it might be as simple as you take it, I'm using this as an example, take out the clamshell powder and put in the oyster shell powder. It's that simple. So when you change the composition of what's been made illegal, it falls in they think it becomes legal again. It's crazy.
We need to find out the industries that are making this stuff. I think it's a part of terrorism myself.
Well, and you're right, the National Food and Drug Administration has not stepped up like they should. I think that's going to be the next step because I think this thing is becoming an epidemic. Dr. Oz had a special on it, Dateline had a special on it. We've been talking about it for a year.
But what about other states? I mean, you know, can't they get involved in this stuff and make it a national issue?
There are 13 other states that have made it illegal. Problem is, until the Food and Drug Administration from a federal level changes the law, then it can continue to be loopholes in it. It's got to be a broad law where, you know, sort of like they did with ecstasy years ago. Or any kind of
no loopholes should be in there.
I agree. And,
But-
you know, and I hate to say it, it's going to take the death of some prominent person's kid before something gets done. And that troubles me, because there's a lot of kids whose families do not have a voice. And we've been screaming about this stuff and screaming about it. I had a lady whose kid was on my show not long ago who committed suicide, who sat there and told me the whole story. And if I just don't understand how people can manage these stores and even work in those stores when they know they are selling that poison to kids.
Oh,
I
that's
could
a
not
snake.
live with myself if I sold that to kids. And it baffles me.
What we'll do is take a break. When we come back, we'll move to Tuesday.